What's happening, my friends? Coming at you today from my home office, and have Mr. Zebra here behind me. Ooh, nice. So I had this idea. Insurance can be so confusing that I'd like to put out a um, just a series of like educational videos to help you, whether you're an individual or an employee, maybe an employer, when you're looking at your health insurance options, just some like the basic terms. What does it mean when we're talking about that in your health plan, right? So over the course of the next few weeks, I think I'll put out a handful of videos that are just going to cover like some like the super bare basic topics in relation to um, your health plans. So today I want to talk about what is the premium and what is the deductible. What does that mean in our health insurance? So premium is really simple. Premium is just the amount that is your responsibility to have the insurance contract, right? So that's just the amount that you owe every month to keep your insurance in force. So it does not apply to anything else other than to keep your plan moving along forward. So if you're an employer, that's the amount, or you're an employee, your premium is your contribution plus your employer's contribution, whatever shows up on their invoice every month. If you're an individual person, the premium is the amount that you would pay your insurance carrier every month to keep your insurance in force. Now, if you're an individual and you get an advanced premium tax credit, then the premium is just your responsibility. I suppose it could be the whole responsibility, and the federal government is paying a portion of that on your behalf. So those are just some things to keep in mind regarding your insurance premium. So just the amount that you owe every month. Pretty simple. Now the deductible is a little bit more complicated. It's just a little bit more complicated. So the deductible is the amount that you would owe if you got sick or hurt and you had to receive services. So it's the amount that you owe before your insurance plan starts to pay, right? So for instance, I have a $6,700 deductible on my health plan, and if I walk outside and I get hit by the proverbial bus, I owe the first $6,700 before my health plan covers any of my medical bills. So that's super important to know, right? There's some health plans out there with lower deductibles. There's some health plans out there with higher deductibles. But that's just the amount that you owe before the plan begins to pay. So some plans after the deductible would have co-insurance where you're paying with the plan. Some would cover 100% after the deductible. They're all different, so we have to really know what that is. So what would it look like for you when you're thinking about your health plan if today you had a health event that caused you to hit or meet that deductible? I know for me personally, $6,700 is a lot of money. So there's ways to plan for that, right? So there's financial tools that have tax incentives to help save for that medical spend. There's also supplemental insurance. So if something happens, kind of provides that first dollar coverage. So you're not coming up with $6,700, the same day that you need it, right? You're not putting it on your credit card or taking it out of your savings or something like that. So there's ways to plan for the out of pocket. If you're an employer, there's ways to help your employees plan for that out-of-pocket costs. And if you're an individual, there's ways to help plan for the out-of-pocket. Also, just to keep in mind, if you are an employer and you're considering offering, you're coming up to your renewal, it might make sense to offer multiple plans and then helping the employees make those benefit decisions. So one of the services that we provide is the individual consultations to help the employee make an informed decision based on what their needs are. Of course, if you're an individual, we welcome the opportunity to help you walk through the market see what your options are, and make an informed decision that way. And then also having the conversation around those financial accounts or the supplemental insurance to help you manage your actual risk as well. Give you a little bit of insight on our agency. We serve individuals and groups from 1 to 200 employees. We work with businesses to offer, manage, and implement all aspects of their employee benefit plans. That's from analyzing the market all the way through enrollments and ongoing management. And then we work with individuals as well to look at all of their market options and make the best insurance decision for themselves and their family. So today, again, I just wanted to talk about the deductible and the premium portion of their insurance. In the coming weeks, we'll talk about some other things like prescription drugs and co-insurance and co-pays and all that kind of stuff. But I hope that this gives you a good idea on what your premium and your deductible is, and maybe a couple of ideas on how to manage those things. So as always, I'd love to hear from you. You can always shoot us a call, an email, or you're welcome to hit us up in the DMs. I just wanted to say that because I think that the kids say that, so that's awesome. Anyways, I hope you have a really enjoyable weekend, and we'll see you again here next Friday.